So guilt, something that unless you get control of, will slowly chip away at you like a cancer. And it will slowly destroy your decision making, your mission, your life, your outcome, your happiness. There are, I think, lots of different types of guilt, personally. There's light guilt, which is like feeling guilty for doing something that really doesn't make too much of a difference in the bigger picture. It's not severe. For example, if you end up going out with the guys, you're expected to be home at 9, you end up going on a piss to 3 in the morning, and you're absolute baggage for the family the next day, you feel guilty. It's one of those things that you're going to get a bollocking for, but it's not something that really lasts a long time, right? You just kind of regret maybe that you stayed out, or maybe you don't, and we feel that guilt, and that tends to fade away quite quickly. When you then go up a level in terms of guilt, there are other, what I would call forms of guilt, which is medium guilt. So medium guilt is when I think you could judge someone wrong. For example, you maybe have been too quick or hasty to say something about someone, and someone's found out and their emotions have been hurt, and that's called a rift, right? And then you've realised you've got it wrong, and then you feel guilty about having said the things that you did, right? It's when it starts affecting other people, and it might be just in a medium sense. And then there's the highest form of guilt. Now, this is when we really do fuck up. So this could be cheating on your wife. This could be gambling your mortgage away. This could be not showing up for your kids over a prolonged period of time because you focus too much on your work and your career. This is a real game changer when it comes to life-changing situations. Now, I felt guilt on all 3 levels. And I would say that I carried severe guilt for a very, very long time. I would often hear a piece of music and start crying because I couldn't understand why I had let myself in that situation in the first place. How did I get to the point where I'd completed that action that had really completely and utterly fucked everything up? And that guilt can have huge effects on like how you live your life in the present. And one of the biggest things that I've learned is that we have to learn to let go. We have to emotionally, mentally, physically detach from whatever that guilt is. Now, to getting home at 3 in the morning, you get over that in a couple of days. The thing after the medium guilt, we probably get over after 3, 4, 5 weeks. But the severe guilt lasts for years. I've met many men who neglected their family for their career and even admitted that they were wrong, lost their wife because they learned to live without that guy, and that still affects their life today. Letting go, for me, of the biggest guilt that I ever sort of carried took years. And that's because I couldn't forgive myself. And there is an element of being able to forgive what has happened. You know, I was a very, very, very different man when I was 30 years old. Between 30 and 35, you know, in fact, over those 5-year periods, I have different values. I had no fucking values. I was a piece of shit. I was selfish. I didn't really think about consequences. I didn't really think about who I was hurting. I didn't really pay attention to the signs, you know, and it cost me a family. It cost me friends. It cost me a lot. And I didn't let that go. And I probably forgave myself, you know, probably about 5 years ago. And I just decided that, you know, I had fucked up. I had gone through that, but I can't be made to be guilty for the rest of my life. I can't feel that guilt. If I'm going to move forwards, have another family, I'm going to restart my life, I'm going to refocus the way that I operate. And it took me a long time. It took me a long time to get over that guilt. And it's horrible because you doubt yourself. You can't really truly fulfill your own missions unless we go, right, what has happened in the past has shaped your future and who you are today to become the man that you're going to be tomorrow. I am a lot more wiser, I would say, these days. So when it came to critical decisions that if I made the wrong decision, I would feel utter guilt. I'm confident in myself that from those past experiences that I wouldn't be in the same position again. So guilt, yes, it teaches us lessons, it makes us better people, but you cannot hang on to it. You have to recognize the guilt as part of your decision making to move your mission forward, to say, that doesn't work. If I make those type of decisions, that's what ends up happening in my life. If you do it again, then you are fucking an idiot. To move forward, you've got to trust the process and know the direction that you're going, okay? And you can't do that if you've got guilt on a ball and chain on your ankle, trying to drag that through. Let it go. Just drop it emotionally. It's done. You've learned lessons. You've refocused. You've recalibrated. You're ready to hit the mission. So let's go and hit the fucking mission.